Hi, this is Dr. Darren Schmidt at the Nutritional Healing Center of Ann Arbor. This video is about where ketosis begins and where paleo ends. And we're using Dr. Wilder's formula from 1924, fat versus protein plus carbs. And the standard American diet, with all of its diseases that it causes and how horrible it is, it's a 1-to-4 ratio of fat versus protein plus carbs. To improve on that, you lower the protein and carbs, you raise the fat up. So I call a 1-to-2 ratio paleo. So example would be 60 grams of fat, 60 grams of protein, 60 grams of carbs. You add this up, that's 120. So it's a 1-to-2 ratio. I call it paleo. So when I have people cycling ketosis, I tell them when you come out of ketosis, you do a 1-to-2 ratio at the most. And I've actually had people say they don't feel as good doing that. And I agree with them. I prefer, personally, a 1 to 1.5 ratio, and some other patients prefer that. Other people like 1-to-1 ratio. So at 1-to-1, you might be in ketosis, you might not be in ketosis. If you're in ketosis, it's probably a light, very light nutritional, mild ketosis at a 1-to-1 ratio. But that's where ketosis begins, and this is where paleo ends, right here. So a 2-to-1 ratio for ketosis works for pretty much everybody. It may take a few days or a few weeks for your blood to actually turn over into ketosis. But the example here would be 150 grams of fat, moderate protein, 45. This average guy is eating like 90 grams of protein a day, or 100 grams of protein. So you bring that down by half. And then 30 grams of carbs, the average person's eating 200 plus grams of carbs. So with, all the disease that causes. So lower these two down. That's a 2-to-1 ratio, that's ketosis. Now if you hit 3-to-1 and 4-to-1, you go deeper in ketosis. Not everybody needs to do that. Okay, so we've been talking about quantities here. And I wrote an equation down here. I put this equation in every single treatment room, and I talk about it multiple times a day, every clinical day that I work. It's quantity plus quality equals vitality. So we've been talking about quantities, but let's not forget about quality. And I've learned something recently, that it was in the 1990s when we got this idea that white sugar is empty calories. White sugar is not empty calories. It's poison. Okay, and I've heard dietitians and PhDs say that it's empty calories. And that's how powerful marketing can be to make everybody think that white sugar is just empty calories. No, it's actually poison. Okay, so I took that quantity plus quality equals vitality equation and I expanded on it recently, and I want to share it with you. So it's quantity plus quality plus the timing of your meals. So you want to have like a long space between meals, and the longer you can go, the healthier you are. And then the frequency, are you eating 6 times a day or twice a day? You want to eat less often. And then the total calories, it does matter, total calories, but it's lower on the level of importance. And then toxicity levels, you want to be clean, you want to have a clean body on the inside. And then infection levels, so you don't want to have any hidden virus or fungus or something, or parasite sitting in your body. And then endocrine organ function, maybe your adrenals are tired, maybe you need to eat some organotherapy, some pills that have dried organs in them to feed your organs. That's organotherapy. And then how well can you handle emotional stress? So the same thing can happen to 2 people, and one person is a total wreck. It ruins their adrenal function, their brain, they're totally tired from it, they're crying for 3 days. Whereas the other person, they're handling it much, much better. So this is a matter in physical health. And then vitamin and mineral status. Are you taking in good quantities of quality vitamins and minerals? And are you retaining them? The way that you lose your vitamins and minerals is by eating junk food and high grain carbohydrate food. And then fasting. Do you fast sometimes? Even simple like skipping breakfast and then not eating until noon. Like that's a great step. You do that a few times a week. That's excellent. And then more advanced fasting would be for longer periods of time. That's how you get vitality. So I wanted to share that with you if I thought it was cool. So if you like this information, please give me a thumbs up, share, and subscribe.